Welcome back to the Ironman Progress video series. We are just finishing up some AFK crafting like we were doing at the end of the last episode, and we are about to head to Phantom Muspah. It's time to get back into some PVM. I definitely want to complete that Venator bow. We take a look at where we are to start. We're at 223 KC with 2 Venator shards, so just about pretty much on rate. It's kind of crazy. I never realized this, but I guess they changed the collection log so that you can it doesn't interrupt skilling. Like I can just go ahead and open this and yeah, we keep crafting away. So that's really nice. Just missing the pet for green log. It would be cool to get that, but I'm not too worried about it, especially because we will eventually be coming back for all of these combat achievements eventually, which all sound terrible right now, so we're not going to do any of them. I guess you can't look at the combat task sheet while skilling. It's just the collection log, but okay, doesn't matter. We are going to head over to Muspah and get started. I forgot this guy drops molten glass, so I may not even need to I think I may need less super glass make, although unfortunately super glass make is the easy part of the whole thing. The hard part is actually just like sitting there and blowing the glass into the orbs, but it's always nice to, you know, get some extra. That should help. I was flying on this kill, absolutely flying, both phases, just like hitting 50s. Like this should be such a fast task kill, whatever. 215 personal best. Yeah, that I was flying. I felt it while I was doing it. That was crazy. And I think I'm still like 30 seconds off of the like actually good time. Oh my god, I hit massive during that phase, and it was all on melee, which is so nice. Oh, there's 105 range. Very nice. It gets pretty easy to upkeep Dragon Bolts here. Like, I've made, I think, 300 over the course of my entire time at Muspah, and in my inventory right now, have 178. So that's just this inventory, right? I obviously have gotten way more in other inventories, so I am not worried about upkeeping Dragon Bolts with this method. Okay, I took a break from Phantom Muspah to do some crafting, and if you come over here to the banked XP plugin, we have 99 banked. We're done. That's it. We can knock this out at any time, ostensibly. It's just gonna be the emeralds, the sapphires, opals, dragonstones, and then 50,000 molten glass, which is crazy. This is going to take a super long time, so I don't really feel like I'm going to knock this out all at once. But I wonder if I can replicate this. I did find out something interesting when I was doing all of the glass blowing. I found that you could, so when you cast super glass make, it takes a while before you can click on the chest, right? You have this like delay. And I found that there's a way that you can kind of like, I gotta move this over here. You can almost, if you click fast enough, you can kind of set it so there it is. And then it'll auto open the bank when it's done casting. You like click on the bank and then click on the super glass make really fast. And it auto opens the bank. I don't know how or why this works. I'm sure it's like a red X stall of some sort, but it stops working after a little while. But I just thought it was really interesting, as opposed to just like clicking on super glass make and then, you know, clicking the bank. You can do this kind of like, oh, see, I just lost it. Yeah. Anyway, just kind of an interesting thing. I might as well pick these up while I'm here, but just an interesting thing that I found out while I was doing this. I don't know if it's relevant for anything or what, but there you go. So whenever I'm AFK from now on, we will be cutting these gems and blowing glass, and that's that. I needed some time to like actually AFK instead of, you know, cutting gems, which is like 20 seconds. So I came to the Varlamore mining thing, the bone shard thing, and we're 20k away from the next level. I think this is what I'm going to do 299, just because the prayer XP will be really nice. Even if it's like 2 mil or 1 mil or whatever it is, I'll add it up. It's probably less than a mil actually, but even if it's that little amount, it still would be really nice on the way to 99 prayer. And this is decently AFK, but the point of this clip is to show that I got this loop half of key which I had never seen before. And then I remembered that there's this whole thing in Varlamore where you can get a special type of key. It's basically like similar to the key that opens the chest in Taverley, but this is the moon key, and you get the loop half while skilling and the tooth half while doing PVM. And I actually think I might have one of these tooth halves. You use it to open this moon chest, which has like a crazy rare helmet in it. None of this is on the collection log, but yeah, you get a chance to get like a stupidly rare helmet, which I guess has been the source of a lot of discussion via like Reddit and stuff over whether this should be in the collection log, because as you can see, the loop half is super rare and the tooth half is super rare, and then the helmet itself is crazy rare too. So you're basically like super gambling on whether you would ever get this thing. But anyway, when we get a chance to bank, I will check to see if I have the tooth half. I feel like I do, although that could have been leagues. And we'll, if we do, we'll go open the chest. If not, I'm sure we'll get it eventually. Okay, yeah, it's what I thought. I have a moon half in here, so we can combine, and once we finish these clues, we will go ahead and tackle that. That should be fun. Finishing up the clues that I got from that little mining grind, and this one, dig near the cauldron by moss giants under Varrock sewers. Very annoying to get to, but apparently the new giant boss gives you a teleport to both Bryophyta and Obor. So I'm probably going to want to do that. I went the total wrong way. At some point before my next like big clue grind, because that would be super useful. But I do really want to just like stick to Muspah and get that Venator bow. So I'll probably try and do that and finish it before I move on to anything else. 4 times in a row? Are you kidding me? That was crazy. Oh, frozen cash on the ground. Can we get a Venator bow? 1 out of 500. Venator shard. No, we can't. But you know what? I'll take cannonballs. That's like not as good, but definitely still very good. It just did it again 4 times. What is going on with this guy today? That's the lowest I've ever gotten Muspah, like before it goes into the shield phase. 26. I should probably learn how to do the skip. Seems like, you know, a good thing to learn. Oh, Venator shard number 3 on the last kill of the trip. That is so nice. All right, so just 2 more. 2 more Venator shards. That is 281 Ranar seeds from this boss. Because if you assume, you know, let's just, you know, this is probably optimistic, but let's assume that you get 10 Ranars per seed. That's 30 Ranars per drop of 3 that you get. And so 30 prayer pots of 3 doses. I feel like I'm bringing 5 4-dose pots to each kill, and I can't on the fly do the 3 to 4 conversion for Ranars, but assuming you get like 1 per kill, you know, or trip or whatever, you're definitely profiting Ranars here. So I think overall it's worth it to do. I went and looked at my Ranar stack the other day and it's like over 100. And I genuinely don't even know where that came from because I spent like 2 months doing farming contracts and got like 45 or 50 and then planted all those and somehow I'm back up to 100. So I have no idea how that happened. It may have been TOA, honestly, and Muspah, but yeah, I'm happy for it. I think I would probably just say, yeah, just run a bunch of TOAs and eventually you'll get seeds, even though I initially was saying like TOA doesn't give me seeds. It eventually does. So you just have to run that a bunch. So I've been looking into how to do the shield skip, and it's actually like super complicated. All the examples are with a T-bow because you get like 2 hits to skip the shield phase, and if you don't pull it off, well, I mean, that's it. You don't pull it off, and you need to like be 2 tiles away, and you also have to make sure that there's a spike right near him, and it's just a very complicated method that seems like very niche for like speed running strats. So I don't think that I will actually be learning it at all. By the way, that's a really good supply drop for the beginning of a trip. Can we get, oh man, It's the melee phase to start this one. That's a bummer. But anyway, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing the skip method just because it doesn't seem worth it. You can do it with a Bofa. You need to, like, I guess, wait an extra tick or switch your Bofa to rapid. There's all this thing. I was watching Molegoat Kirby's video, who's just like an absolute gamer, and he was explaining all sorts of things that you would need to do. And I was like, this doesn't seem worth it. So I'm actually kind of enjoying this. Like, it's a very chill grind once you kind of get in the flow of things. It's like probably 2.5 to 3.5 minutes a kill, and yeah, it's kind of nice, you know. Assuming I stay on rate, I think I'll really enjoy it. If I start going really dry for Venator shards, I think I won't be very happy, but as of right now, I don't know, something like 305 kills in, exactly on rate for shards, and I'm really enjoying it. Man, the moving spikes landed on this tile. What are the odds? I wasn't standing anywhere near it. It just kind of happened. And I was getting clapped during that, like, teleport phase by all of the things flying around. I was not expecting that. Frozen cash alert. You know what? That's all right. We'll take the money. Hey, look at that. Loop half, tooth half. There we go. Oh my god, I just realized I never used the moon key. I totally forgot about it. Okay, well, I kind of want to wait till we're like totally done with Muspah now, but I gotta make sure I remember that. What in the world was that? That was a crazy graphical glitch. I'm glad I had my replay buffer on for that one. That was wacky. See here in the chat box, I got a frozen cache, and you'll notice with it, no ancient essence. The frozen cache ended up being a dragon plate skirt, but 0 ancient essence with that. I don't know, is that normal? Like anytime you get a cache, you don't get ancient essence? I just thought that was kind of interesting. I had never really paid attention to that, so I don't know if that's normal. Yeah, okay, here's another frozen cache and no ancient essence there. That's interesting. I wonder what the balance issue was behind frozen cache giving ancient essence as well. That's very strange. 8 Ranar seeds. That is money. That is a nice drop. This inventory is crazy. 3 drops of 55 grimy toad flax. What are the odds of that? Is that number 4? Oh, that is number 4. That is 366 KC. Venator shard number 4. We are done at any minute. Any kill can be our last. Oh, look at that drop. That's just 500k sitting on the ground. That is nuts. 500,000 in just straight cash sitting right there. I don't know what made me realize this, but my Ring of Suffering is totally out of recoil charges. I never noticed that. I didn't know that could happen, like that you could use all of them. I'd never thought about it, so we're gonna have to charge that up again soon. Look at that drop. That's crazy. Elite Clue Spirit Seed. That is an interesting one. Oh, and I have 2 Spirit Seeds in the bank. Not in the bank, in the inventory. This is what I was talking about earlier, by the way, with upkeeping Dragon Bolts. You know, one inventory, 178 Dragon Bolts. I have 176 in my ammo slot right now, right? So I can go through, I would say probably roughly 2 per kill. Feels about right. So this is another 80 kills just in my inventory right there. So very easy to upkeep these Dragon Bolts, which is really nice. Rune Sword. Is this the same as in God Wars where the Rune Sword is just like crazy rare? Should I be upset about that? Looks like it's, what was that, 1 out of 110. So I could have got Dragon Plate Legs, but I didn't. But it's cool to see the Rune Sword. That's cool. I always have this like idea that when I'm doing a long boss grind, I could complete their drop table, like get everything on there. I don't think I've ever done it. I think I may have come close on Zulrah on that long grind a while ago, but Rune Sword is kinda, could help. We'll check it out when we're done with Muspah. 8 Ranar Seeds, Supply Drop, Ancient Icon. That is a fascinating drop. I am actually pretty happy about that. That's pretty cool. Ash. Oh. I feel like it'd be super cool to end the grind getting one from one of the caches. That would be awesome. I swear this boss tracks your eye movement. I don't know how, because I don't have a webcam on this computer, but I'm sure it does, because I've never had a boss hit me with like either it's special or a phase change or spawn a spike under me or just generally do like something that you need to be paying attention to the screen for more times than Muspah has when I just like happen to be looking away. It always seems to conjure up whatever like reactive mechanic you need as soon as I'm looking away from the screen. Look at this inventory. I have no idea how many kills this was in a row, but look at this inventory. It's absolutely stacked. I'm gonna have to do a price check after this kill because this is just unbelievable. 2 mil in loot from that one trip at Muspah. This is wild. I know GE price doesn't matter at all because I'm an Ironman, but that's still just crazy to see that you can make that much money. I think we are out of sharks in this inventory, actually, which will mean that we have to use a different food. I could go with anglerfish, but we've got all these manta rays, so I think I'll use that. And then eventually, when I get around to cooking all of these anglerfish, I guess there's no reason why I shouldn't use them. Frees up an inventory spot as well. Be a pretty baller move to use anglerfish all the time as well. Okay, we just finished kill 457. I think it's been over 100 kills without seeing our final Venator shard. Yeah, we got 4 of 5. And I gotta start editing because tomorrow is another clan event. It's called Snakes and Ladders. I have absolutely no idea what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a PVM event and I don't wanna just be killing Muspah the entire time. I really hoped I could kind of wrap up the Venator bow grind in this one video, but it doesn't seem to be happening. So I am going to go find something to AFK while I edit, and this is where we'll call it for now, 457, and we will definitely be coming back as soon as the event is over. There is 96 mining. We are 1 mil to the next level. My gosh, that is awful. And I think this is only like 30K an hour. So that's going to be like genuinely a full day before we get that next level. I've been waiting so long to be able to do this. I have been exchanging buckets of slime and bone meal for ecto tokens just like whenever I get a chance. And I finally have over 1,000. It took so much longer than I thought just because I actually didn't do it that much at all, if we're being honest. And now I can talk to this ghost captain. I don't want to drop those. I want to wear these. Talk to the ghost captain. Oh, it's 500? I thought it was 1,000. Oh my god, I could have done this so much earlier. And I don't have a spade. Oh my god. Okay, well, everything about that was just terrible. But, okay, it's finally done. And, what's this, 7.7? Okay, it's got a lot of charges. All right, I'll just leave that in there then. Wow, that's super disappointing and very anticlimactic. Okay, well, anyway, unlocked the infinite tokens thing for Dragon Tooth Isle. Man, that's okay. Yeah, fine, whatever. It's done. It's all good. I will show that when we come over here, I don't have any ecto tokens in my inventory, and there we go. Unlimited, we just get there. Doomsayer step into Hans step. What are the odds there? Has this always been a thing? Have these dwarves always fought these goblins? I don't think I've ever seen this before. I guess somehow, I don't know. There's another guy who's outside the railing as well. I guess they patrol, but I've never seen that. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like he patrols back and forth. Wow. All right. Learned something new. Oh, hold on. There's another goblin. Oh, he just spawned in. Yeah, wow. I don't know how I missed this. Vanica in the Edgeville dungeon is another step that would be much easier with the new necklace from the Ice Giant and Fire Giant boss. So another reason to go and do that. Okay, I just finished all of the clues I got from Muspah. Of course, the final step on this elite casket was the Proud Spire in Varlamore, which is so annoying to get to. But that is going to wrap up this video. I'm not sure if I'll get any Muspah in before the start of Snakes and Ladders. If I do, you'll see it if something happens. If not, you won't even know. But I'm excited to see what this event is all about because I have no idea. But otherwise, we're going to wrap this video up. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. And I'll see you again next time.